Hey guys, this is AK-47 Master here, back with another episode of a series on theories, a weekly Monday series where I go over some personal theories and conspiracies that I've formed over my life, and a lot of times this will be a connection of my belief systems and what I personally have experienced in my own life. None of these are true. None of these are confirmed to be 100% true. These are just some thoughts, for some food for thought for you guys that are listening out there. So we got a creepy one today, and I did get a sense of inspiration for this theory from a game, a PC game that most of you guys probably know about. It's called Amnesia: The Dark Descent, and if you ever played the game or know about it, it's about this British dude who's abandoned, he's lost in this abandoned or haunted manor or mansion, and it deals with a lot of elements that are a lot of psychedelic elements. It's a psychedelic thriller. It feeds off of the human mind and how it drives itself insane, which is mainly where my theory comes in. Is it possible to potentially drive yourself insane even if there's nothing in your general area? The general area is just so creepy and so influencing, has such a big influence on the way your mind thinks, that you just imagine things that aren't there and you just drive yourself crazy. You know what I mean? It's some pretty crazy shit. So that game deals with a lot of elements. It deals with light and dark element, and when you're in dark areas for extended periods of time, your brain begins to go crazy, which is a pretty accurate example of what happens when a human is in a dark room. Because a human's biggest attribute, but also biggest setback, is our wide imagination. You know, we've seen enough forms of media like movies, games, comics, books, stories, all these sorts of media that can help influence how we act and feel when we're alone in a dark area, no light source. So let me give you guys an example. Let's say you're in a dark room. It's an endless dark room, you know. Like, let's say you're in the world, like, let's say the room is as the size of the earth, but it's dark. And in the center of this room, there's a candle. Now, typically, humans are like flies. Humans are like bugs in general. When they see a light source in a dark area, they're generally going to be in that general vicinity of that light source. So in this case, it's a candle, and, you know, the wax is getting burnt dry. So what happens after that wax burns dry and the candle subsides and it just stops flaming? You know what I mean? It's not engulfed anymore. It's dead. That means there's complete darkness. This is where my theory comes in, is that after an extended period of time, obviously, let's say a given period of time, let's say at 2 hours, an hour, will that person drive themselves insane? Will they even be able to operate normally after they've been released? You know what I mean? Because when you're in a dark room, there's no light at all. All you see is black, where basically it's brighter if you close your eyes and you just look at your eyelids, which I'm doing right now while I'm commentating this. You see nothing, right? Like, just do that right now while you're listening to this. Nothing. Now imagine you're in a dark room where it's darker than that. It's darker than that. Your eyes aren't seeing anything. So what your brain will do, like subconsciously, is it'll try to materialize the general area you're in by imagining things that could possibly be there. And since it's a dark setting, usually dark leads more to the horrific side of human nature, and from that we can spawn all sorts of crazy shit, like goblins, fucking creatures, anything that creeps the shit out of us, in general, you know what I mean? Like giant spiders. Most of human race do not like giant spiders. It's a general consensus. Majority of us do not like spiders. You know what I mean? There's not many people that do like spiders. There are some, but for the most part, most of us don't care for them or we hate them. You know what I mean? So a lot of these creatures that show up in these horrific films, a lot of times are just things that generally scare us. You know, they don't have to be specific, but a lot of times they could help with this influence of imagining things and materializing things that could possibly be there. I don't know. It's just some crazy stuff I wanted to talk about with you guys this week. I will be getting into some more rational things like some Pokemon and Zelda theories. I know there's plenty of those. I'll be cherry picking the ones that I find most interesting and would like to talk about. So pretty much that's about it. That's really all I have to say for this episode. Some food for thought once again for you guys to think about until next week. Again, this series will be going on throughout the summer, so stay tuned. It's going to be one creepy summer this season here on this channel. So, yep, it's been AK-47 Master. Hope you enjoyed the commentary, and I'll see you guys later.